Welcome to Site Reliability Engineering Crashcasts. I'm your host, Sheila, and today we're diving into the world of Terraform and its approach to infrastructure as code. Joining me is our expert, Victor. Before we begin, listeners should have a basic understanding of cloud computing and infrastructure management concepts. Today, we'll cover Terraform's approach to IAC, how SREs can leverage it for managing cloud resources, and its capabilities in multi-cloud deployments. But first, let's start with a quiz question. According to a recent survey, what percentage of organizations have adopted infrastructure as code in their operations? Victor, what are your thoughts on this question?
That's an interesting question, Sheila. It really makes you think about how rapidly the industry is evolving. I'd imagine the percentage has been increasing steadily over the past few years, given the benefits of IAC. It's a great way to gauge the adoption of modern DevOps practices. I'm curious to see what our listeners think.
Absolutely, Victor. Now, before we dive deeper, could you give us a brief explanation of infrastructure as code and Terraform for our listeners who might be new to these concepts?
Certainly, Sheila. Infrastructure as code, or IAC, is the practice of managing and provisioning infrastructure through machine-readable definition files, rather than manual processes. Terraform, developed by HashiCorp, is an open-source IAC tool that allows you to define and manage infrastructure resources using a declarative language. It's like having a universal remote control for your entire infrastructure.
That's a great analogy, Victor. So, how does Terraform's approach to IAC differ from other methods?
Terraform takes a declarative approach, Sheila. This means you specify the desired end state of your infrastructure, and Terraform figures out how to achieve it. It's provider agnostic, supporting various cloud providers and services. Terraform uses its own domain-specific language called HashiCorp Configuration Language, or HCL for short. HCL is designed to be human-readable and easy to understand, making it accessible for both developers and operations teams.
I see. So, if I understand correctly, instead of writing step-by-step instructions, we describe what we want our infrastructure to look like, and Terraform makes it happen. Is that right?
Exactly, Sheila. You've got it. This approach allows for more flexibility and makes it easier to maintain and version your infrastructure. Terraform also introduces the concept of state, which keeps track of the current state of your infrastructure. This is crucial for making incremental changes and understanding what resources are already deployed.
That's fascinating, Victor. How can SREs leverage Terraform for managing cloud resources?
Great question, Sheila. SREs can use Terraform to automate the provisioning and management of cloud resources across various providers. This automation reduces human error, increases consistency, and allows for faster deployments. Terraform's modularity enables SREs to create reusable components, promoting best practices and standardization across teams. Additionally, Terraform's plan and apply workflow allows SREs to review changes before applying them, enhancing safety and predictability in infrastructure management.
That sounds incredibly useful. You mentioned multi-cloud deployments earlier. How does Terraform handle those?
Terraform excels in multi-cloud scenarios, Sheila. Its provider ecosystem allows you to manage resources across different cloud providers using a single tool and configuration. This is particularly valuable for organizations looking to avoid vendor lock-in or leverage the strengths of different cloud providers. For example, you could use Terraform to provision compute resources on AWS, storage on Google Cloud, and networking on Azure, all from the same configuration files.
Wow, that's powerful. Are there any common pitfalls or challenges SREs should be aware of when using Terraform?
Absolutely, Sheila. One common pitfall is not properly managing Terraform state. If multiple team members are working on the same infrastructure, they need to ensure they're using the same state file to avoid conflicts. Another challenge is managing secrets securely within Terraform configurations. It's crucial to use proper secret management tools and avoid hard-coding sensitive information. Lastly, as configurations grow more complex, it's important to structure your code while using modules and following best practices to maintain readability and manageability.
Those are great points, Victor. Do you have any tips or best practices for SREs getting started with Terraform?
Certainly. First, start small and gradually expand your use of Terraform. Begin with a single, non-critical resource and build from there. Second, use version control for your Terraform configurations. Treat them as you would any other code. Third, leverage Terraform's Workspaces feature to manage different environments, like dev, staging, and production, easily. Lastly, invest time in learning about and using Terraform modules to create reusable, shareable infrastructure components.
Thank you, Victor. Those are excellent tips. Now, let's reveal the answer to our quiz question. According to a 2021 survey by Puppet, approximately 49% of organizations have adopted infrastructure as code in their operations. It's a significant portion, showing the growing importance of IAC in modern IT practices.
That's fascinating, Sheila. It really underscores how crucial tools like Terraform have become in today's cloud-centric world.
Absolutely, Victor. To summarize today's episode, we've learned that Terraform is a powerful infrastructure as code tool that uses a declarative approach to manage cloud resources. It offers significant benefits for SREs, including automation, consistency, and support for multi-cloud deployments. We've also discussed some common challenges and best practices for using Terraform effectively. Thank you, Victor, for sharing your expertise with us today.
It's been a pleasure, Sheila. I hope our listeners found this information helpful in their SRE journey.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Site Reliability Engineering Crashcasts. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe to our podcast and leave us a rating. Your support helps us continue providing valuable content for the SRE community. Until next time, keep learning and happy engineering.